What is up, Cancer? How are you guys doing? It is bonus time. Time for the August 2024 bonus reading. So my intention in this video is to see if I can pick up on some details that I either missed or completely left out of the main August reading. Details. So, for those of you who would like a personal reading, just check down in the description of this video and you will find the link that will take you straight to that page on my website. And remember, y'all, I still got them half price full personal readings on my website. Also, I have a school on my website as well, where I got some really cool, interesting courses. I have 2 really extensive courses on how to read the tarot, for those of you who are interested in that. Manifestation for beginners, finding your life purpose, all kinds of cool shit, man. You got to look in the description. tarotwithrich.com. All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting these off with the person from the past. Person Cancer dealt with in the past. Let's see. Are there any other important details that I may have missed? Anything else Cancer needs to hear about the person from the past? Let's see. Uh-oh, 9 of Cups reversed. So, some of y'all dealt with a codependency attachment in the past. Hang on. All right. Well, I tell you what. I think this person, they had been waiting to see if you was ever going to reach out and contact them. But for some reason, it's looking like they're just kind of letting go of that and not really dumping any eggs into that basket. They're kind of just letting go of it, turning and walking away, and they're not waiting on it anymore. That's weird. I wonder why. Let me see. Yeah, they used to obsess over you. They went through a period there for a little bit where they was obsessing over you. But I don't think they are anymore. Oh, you know what it is? I think they probably are connecting with somebody else, and that's what's like distracting them from this, so they can just let go of this and pretty much throw in the white towel on this. They're connecting with somebody else. Now, again, that is a classic codependency move, right? To jump into a relationship and use that as kind of like a drug to get you high so you forget about your problems. You know? It's kind of what it feels like here, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. This person has tried to get your attention several times, and to no avail. So I don't know if you were ignoring this person on purpose, or if you just really wasn't even fucking paying attention to what they're doing or what they got going on. But some of you dealt with a Leo in the past. I also have Capricorn and Taurus here. Well, let me just see what their deepest feelings are for you. What are their feelings at the deepest level? How do they really feel about you deep down? Person Cancer dealt with in the past. Let's see. King of Wands. See, I knew it. They can't quit thinking about you. Yup, they can't quit thinking about you. They still feel a real strong connection with you. Real strong. But in their mind, there's nothing that can be done about it. They are convinced for whatever reason that the two of you are never going to be coming back together ever again. They still be watching you though. They still be watching you, but yeah, in their mind, it's like there's no point. I don't know why they feel that way. I don't know. Maybe for some of you, they did something that is just so unforgivable that nobody in their right mind would allow somebody back into their life after they did what this person did. I don't know. I don't know, but they feel like this is pretty much over. But if they could do something about it, it wouldn't be over. Okay, by the way, they know what they did. So for those of you wondering whether or not this person regrets what they did, I think so. Devil card again. Some of you dealt with a situation maybe where there was some addiction problems. Like especially like maybe if this person was like an alcoholic and did something real fucked up, drunk, you know, like, but yeah, wow. Well, that doesn't leave us with much of an outcome then, does it? Let's get the advice on this. What's the best advice? What's the best advice for Cancer, universe? Ooh, 9 of Swords. Hang on. Two of Wands. So you're at a crossroads when it comes to this person. This here is telling me, well, first of all, if you're wanting any kind of communication or anything like that from this person, it's pretty much going to have to be you that does it. It's going to have to be you that does it. But go into it not planning to extend or accept any love offers. Yeah, it's going to have to be you that does it, though. I do think that one of these days, the two of you are going to need to have a closure conversation. One of these days. Now, I think this would depend on how long ago this happened. I think that's the big determining factor here in this. For those of you dealing with a situation that happened fairly recently, let a little bit more time pass and do a little bit more healing. For those of you dealing with a situation that wasn't all that recent, if this was 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, something like that, shoot them a closure message. Shoot them a closure message. But I'm telling you, don't go into it with high expectations. Go into it expecting nothing but to give them closure and just go on your way. Now, it doesn't sound like something that would really matter, but I'm telling you right now, in the big picture, in the long run, doing something as small as giving somebody some closure, right, will drastically alter the trajectory of both of your paths. All right. Wow. I didn't expect that to come out like that. Okay. All right. Well, let's look and see. Hang on. What am I reading next? What's coming in next? Who's the next person due to come in? Who's the next person the universe is going to bring into Cancer's life? Let's see. Ooh, 2 of Swords reversed. Hang on. Okay, one of the first things you're going to notice about this person is that they are very sure of themselves. They are very, very sure of themselves. This isn't going to be one of those types of situations where you're dealing with somebody that kind of seems wishy-washy, you know, beat around the bush, not really sure what they want. No, this person is very, very, very sure of themselves. I don't know, though. The only thing that I'm really seeing here right off the bat is that I don't have any cups on the table. Oh, I had the Eight of Cups. I had the Eight of Cups. But other than that, there are no cups on the table here. So this person may be the type that's kind of emotionally detached, maybe a little bit emotionally withdrawn. You can tell there is a lot more going on than what meets the eye. Ooh, there's a cup, Page of Cups. This person might be a little bit emotionally immature. Wow, this looks like a scattered mess here. I'm having a hard time getting a solid linear string of events and energies here for this situation. Maybe that's why the Nine of Swords came out. Oh man, let me just see this person's intentions. God damn, man. Let me see this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions. Next person coming in, what's their true energy look like? Ah, okay. So this person is a loner. Or let me just put it to you like this. They're not afraid of being alone. They're not afraid of being independent. They are definitely not going to come across desperate, needy, clingy. Yeah, man. Okay, but I tell you what, though. I tell you what. They do feel very lonely. As weird as that may sound. They're not desperate. They're not afraid of being alone. But at the same time, they are very lonely on the inside. Does this make any sense at all? Let me think of a way to describe that, because I understand that energy. How do you word that? Where it's like, I would rather be alone for the rest of my life than to get my heart broken again. But I'm still very lonely and empty at the same time. But I would rather live lonely and empty than even take the chance on getting my heart broke again. Does this make sense? It's kind of sounds kind of paradoxical. And in a weird way it is. It is. But yeah, see, okay. So with the Death card and the Lover's card reverse, this person has just recently suffered the end of a relationship with somebody that they swore up and down was their person. They swore up, down, and all the way around that they had found a fucking person, and it still came to an end. So this person, I think, is very jaded. Very, very jaded. They do not have high apple pie in the sky hopes when it comes to love, man. I'm going to tell you what. Devil card. Whoops. All right. It looks like their intentions are good, though. See, the number one thing that I'm looking at when I read somebody's intentions is, are they coming from a bad place? Are they coming from a place of being manipulative, trying to play games with you, you know, trying to get one over on you? And I don't think that they're coming from that place. I don't think so. Let's see how it plays out for the first month. How's it playing out for the first month? What's the outcome for the first 30 days when the next person comes in? Eight of Swords reversed. So you're definitely going to see some red flags with this individual. Definitely going to see some red flags. But I don't think they're going to be deal breaker red flags. I don't think so. But I do think you all are going to be dealing with the red flags, though. All right, Eight of Swords reversed, Devil card. But this isn't coming to an end. By the end of the first month, By the end of the first month, this connection is going to be so insanely intense that you couldn't walk away if you tried. And it's going to happen quick. It's going to happen real quick. Throughout the first month, you're kind of up in your head, analyzing this, trying to figure this person out, trying to figure out this situation. A little bit nervous, not 100% sure where this is going, not sure if you should plan to walk away from this. Next thing you know, bam, you couldn't walk away from this if you tried. You're just going to wake up one day and it's going to feel like this person is a part of you. It's going to be an intense connection. Real intense. Okay, well, that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Okay, do not neglect the friendship aspect of the connection. You have to remember to cultivate a friendship. If I had to make a list of the top 5 leading causes of relationship failure, somewhere on that list would be when two people first come together, that creates an explosion of emotions. An explosion of emotions that'll distract you from everything else that's going on in your life. And some people like to get high on that feeling because they think that feeling is true love. And it's not. So it's really easy for the first 6 months, 8 months, possibly even a year, for that feeling to override everything else. But we're not connecting on any other level other than that feeling. Well, guess what? I got news for you. That feeling is temporary. Even when the universe brings you your divine life partner, that feeling is going to wear off. Then what are we left with when that feeling wears off? What are we left with? If we never bothered getting to know each other on a deeper level than that, we never became friends, right? It's going to start going downhill, isn't it? So, I think for the first month, I know it's going to be really intense, especially in the second month too. It's going to be really crazy, really intense. Don't neglect the friendship aspect of this connection. Be sure y'all can do all the things that BFFs can do and all that good stuff, because I'm telling you what, you all ride this out 6 months, a year, year and a half down the line. By the time that crazy intense in the beginning feeling wears off, you're going to want to be friends with that person. I'm telling you. I know that's kind of a hot topic in the dating world. I have heard many, many people argue that point and say, no, you shouldn't be best friends with the person that you're with, you know? But what I found interesting is that everybody I've ever heard say that, they all have one thing in common. They're not in a successful relationship. I'm going to tell you what. I am. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Now let's just take a look and see what's going on with your love interest. Person that you're thinking about, person that you're interested in, the person that owns all that goddamn real estate in your head. Any other details we can tell the Cancerian Collective about their love interest? Boop. 6 of Wands. Ooh, hang on. Death card reversed. Okay, so hang on. Random scattered miscellaneous messages here. I'm going to get those out of the way first. For those of you wondering why this connection is so intense, maybe you see this person in dreams, maybe you had visions of this person a long time ago before the two of you ever met. You know, it feels like you've known this person your whole life. For those of you wondering why that is, what you are tapping into is your soul's recognition of the soul contract that you signed before you incarnated. You and this person have karma from a past life. So that's a question that I get fairly regularly. I would say at least 10 times in the last 2 months, somebody's come to me and asked me, why is that? I had visions about this person. I had dreams about them before I met them and this and that. It's like, okay, that's because you signed a soul contract with this person before you incarnated and you planned everything out and your soul is tapping into that soul contract. That's why that's happening. So for those of you wondering whether or not this person also feels this connection, yes, they do. Yes, they do. I don't know what this is all about right here, but I do think this is going to end up turning into a relationship. I think so. I think so. Shang-a-lang-a bing bang, ba-doom boom. 10 of cups, ace of cups, lover's card, bro. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, let's see how they feel about you. How this person feel about you. Man, they up in their head just like you are. They're overthinking the hell out of this connection just like you are. Boom, 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 boom. The strength card. Man, look, 10 of cups. See, they could see themselves with you. They absolutely could. They could see themselves with you, but they're so up in their head, overthinking the hell out of this situation, that they're kind of draining themselves a little bit. Kind of draining themselves. Especially if you're dealing with a male. Women do it too. Oh, women do it too, but we all know the dudes are way worse than the ladies. I've had to explain this to at least 10 or 15 personal clients in the last week or two, that when you have one of these kinds of connections that's really insanely intense in the beginning, men are much more likely anyways to want to push their feelings away and analyze them first, right? Because as a man, if you lose control of your emotions, it's going to get fucking ugly. It'll get real ugly. When a man loses control of his emotions, things can get ugly. So a man is automatically hardwired to push something away and analyze it first. Why do I feel this way? What is this? What's going on here? Is this legitimate? Should I entertain this? Does this make sense? And when you have a connection like that, that is something from a previous lifetime, and again, I know women do this too, I'm just saying, a man especially is going to push it away and say, what the fuck is this? Why does this feel this way? Because on an energetic level, coming together with a past life karmic soulmate is no different than reconciling with your ex. If you used to reconcile with your ex right now, energetically, that's no different than coming together with a past life karmic soulmate. The only difference is when the energy was created in a previous lifetime, the ego brain wasn't there when the energy was created. So it has no fucking clue what's going on here. When you reconcile with your ex, your ego brain was there when that energy was created, so it understands why it feels this way. I understand why I feel this way. I know why it's like this. It makes sense. I get it. But when energy was created before the ego brain was created, it's going to drive itself nuts trying to figure this shit out. So, yeah, this connection freaks them out a little bit. It definitely freaks them out a little bit. Okay, well, let's look at the outcome. Let's look at the outcome. This deck's getting a tube. Okay, all right. Told you. I do think this is going to turn into a relationship. Communication's a little bit weird and funny between the two of you, but y'all gonna end up together. You two will definitely end up together. But again, for the first month, it's sketchy and weird because we got the Ace of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the upright. We've got the Knight of Cups in the upright, King of Pentacles reversed. So all this back and forth push-pull energy happening here that can really throw you off balance. Oh, and if you're not careful, this can happen. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna tell y'all what, man, y'all don't even know. When you end up in a lover's card connection with somebody, this right here ain't no joke. These motherfuckers right here, this shit, you don't even know, dude. This penetrates deeper than anything you ever thought you knew about human romance. You know, all the cute little fluffy ideas that we have about human romance from all the bullshit we've seen in the movies and that we hear about in the music and all that horse shit, you know. We think we have an idea of what true love is like and what human romance is all about. But when you end up in this motherfucker right here, dude, it hits you at a level that you didn't even know was possible. And it can fucking scare the shit out of you. And if you're not in the right head space or in the right heart space, things can get out of hand because it will trigger shit that you've had buried for years. See, look, shit you've had buried for years. Childhood traumas, PTSDs, shit you've been burying and repressing and stuffing away. I'm gonna tell you what, this person right there is gonna pierce straight through to that level where all that shit's buried, and it can very easily come bubbling up to the surface. I'm gonna tell you what, All right, is there any advice? Any advice? Any advice? Boom, boom. Page of Cups. Well, I tell you what, man. I tell you what, the only thing you can really do in a situation like this is don't fight the process. Don't fight the process. Because for the two of you to reach that level where the two of you are actual divine life partners and you all had laid a solid fucking foundation that nothing could come between the two of you unless death does you part. That's going to demand an entirely different version of both of you. Both of you. By the time y'all get to that point, you are going to be a very different person, and they are going to be a very different person. Don't fight that process. Whatever it triggers and bubbles up to the surface, process through that shit. Process through it. Release it, because I'm going to tell you what, if you fight that process, and basically, if you keep trying to force things to go the way you think they're supposed to go, or if things start happening that don't go along with your idiosyncratic, idealized version of what love's supposed to be and how it's supposed to go, eventually, at some point, it'll come crashing down. So go with the flow, don't fight the process, and be willing to become a different person. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Cancerian friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Still got those half-price full personal readings on my website, y'all. Everything you need to know is in the description of the video. All right, I'm out of here now. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.